Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We have got some Star Wars Armada stuff to talk about. That's right, AMG made some social media posts about Star Wars Armada and the world's prizes, and I thought it was worthy of its own video because it's pretty cool that AMG is making an Armada tweet and social media posting, and it doesn't happen all that often. You know, Armada is definitely on that slower schedule, not really the prime focus of gaming development, even though the game is definitely alive and well and is getting ready to have worlds. It doesn't get all that much social media attention, so it's pretty cool. We actually have some really cool prizes to look at for worlds that is coming up in Adepticon. And at the same time that I'm talking about this, our lovely channel here actually hit another milestone. We crossed last night. We crossed over the thresholds to break 60,000 subscribers. So big thank you to you guys. We're gonna do a whole nother giveaway. We'll do another $25 Amazon gift card giveaway, and I will probably also throw a new Armada promo over on our Discord. So if you're not already in our Discord, we're going to do our regular giveaway, but I'm also going to do another giveaway in Discord for folks who want to have a chance to get some promo love, and I'll probably throw another one up on Patreon as well. So lots of promos and some extra giveaways that are going to happen to kind of celebrate. I mean, 60,000 isn't any kind of particular milestone, but it's a cool milestone in the quest for 100K, which has always kind of been my goal from the beginning. It was kind of definitely the long-term goal, and it's every 10,000 that we get, it's like it's a little closer, and I never really actually expected it to happen, but it's like the light is at the end of the tunnel. Like it may actually happen someday. I feel like growth has been kind of slow lately, and a lot of people aren't hitting subscribe. Less and less people are hitting subscribe all the time. So definitely do that. If you want to enter to win that $25 Amazon gift card giveaway, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. But yeah, if you're not subscribed already, definitely make sure you do. It's a great way to make sure you get Star Wars tabletop gaming news and Star Wars news. We got more Star Wars stuff that's even not gaming related coming up too. We got some cool lightsabers that we're going to be taking a look at, and some other really groovy Star Wars collectibles and things like that. And maybe we'll do some more Star Wars video gaming too. We got a lot of Star Wars games that are all going to be coming out later this year. So lots of really cool stuff on the horizon. So let's talk about Star Wars Armada's World's prizes, because we got some pretty cool stuff. So Worlds is coming up. Adepticon is in March, right? So if you are going to be in Chicago in March 22nd through 26th, Adepticon is happening. All of the big stuff, all of the big games have their big tournaments. You know, Legion, X-Wing, Armada, all the Games Workshop games, 40K, Age of Sigmar. Shatterpoint is going to be getting its first demos and all that stuff. But Armada got the singular focus from AMG with this particular article, and I'll put a link to the article down in the video description if you want to check it out for yourself. You can absolutely do that. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. We're getting some. So and these are going to be foiled cards. So we've seen like spot gloss cards, and we've seen just regular kind of glossy cards before. And but these ship cards here are fantastic for a number of reasons. For one, they're foil. We haven't seen them before. For two, there is a Superstar Destroyer one in there, and I'm a little jealous. I'm like, oh, really wish I was going to Worlds. Really wish I was going to Worlds. I'm loving it. I'm loving that assault. I mean, and that's my favorite SSD too, the assault prototype. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so what you're looking at here is actually going to be three of these cards. They're all going to be double-sided. So the first one, and apparently everybody who participates is going to get one of these. The first one's going to be the MC-80 Assault Cruiser, which is going to be right here, and on the back of that is going to be the Interdictor, Suppression refit, and that's the one you want to use. Right? I feel like out of these, the Suppression refit's the more popularly taken ship, where the Assault Cruiser's the slightly less popular version of the MC-80 Home 1 style, but still a good ship. But I think that Interdictor is kind of the star of the show on that particular card. Then down here you get the second one is going to be the Corellian Corvette CR-90A, very popular ship. And the Imperial Star Destroyer Kuat refit, also very popular ship. Between the two of these, I think I'd take the CR90A over the Kuat. There's been Kuats already. I think every Star Destroyer has had a promo by now. The only one I haven't seen is the Simoon. So if it was a Simoon, I would go with that one. I'm not saying there isn't a Simoon. I just don't think that one has come across my desk yet. So if you've got a Simoon one, no, I don't use promos. I do like to get promos, but I like to give them out. I like to use them as rewards for you guys, because while I'm able to go to some events and I'm able to go to tournaments from time to time, a lot of people aren't. And so I like to give back to you guys. But I do like to at least look at them and appreciate them. So I have them for a little bit. I'm like, oh man, these are beautiful. These are beautiful. All right, now it's time to part with them. And then the last one is going to be a GR-75 medium transports, which is again very, very popular ship. And then the Star Dreadnought assault prototype up here. So our top left two ships are going to be the vice versa on the back side. I'm really, really impressed with the Super Star Destroyer finally getting that promo, and it's not an ultra-sized promo too, so it's really cool. I love it. I love it. I love the look of them. I can't wait to see them in person. So if hopefully some of my Orlando crew are going out to Adepticon, can bring some of these back, and maybe the next tournament report we have over at Coliseum of Comics or something like that, we'll be able to see them in person if eventually. So that'll be pretty cool. But that's not all. They did say, additionally, participants will receive a selection of foil squadron cards and a set of acrylic evade and redirect tokens. Now, the squadron cards are pretty cool here. We've got Tycho Selchu, we've got Merrick Steele, we've got Shara Bay, we've got Morna Key, we've got Mart Matten, and Colonel Jendon. Very, very cool. So we've got some fun stuff. Now, here's the question. Are these double-sided or not? Because it doesn't say that they're double-sided. I don't know if it's these two, and then the other two, or if it's 6 different cards with maybe full art on the back, or maybe the generic squadron, like maybe just a regular decimator on the back. I don't know. I think it's 3 cards. And I'm guessing they're double-sided. Most of the promos are double-sided. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But then you're getting some tokens too. It's interesting though that they're evade and redirect though, because none of these squadrons use evade or redirect, right? So if it was brace and scatter, that might have made a little more sense for those squadrons. But no, that's funny. They're not necessarily meant to be linked with each other, but brace and scatter would have been pretty cool also. Because like with these, unless these are a part of a bigger set, you're gonna have to take these and like mix them with regular tokens on a ship that has probably not these. I don't think there is any ship in the game that has only a brace and a scatter. I'm sorry, that only has an evade and a redirect. Now the CR90 has 2 evades and a redirect, so I guess you can use some of these for some of that. So that's interesting. And all right. So now apparently this is all for everybody who plays too. They probably have a lot of these. By the way, if we look at these really close, if we zoom in, they do say FFG on them. So these are definitely cards and prize support that FFG. I mean, again, FFG didn't know COVID was going to happen, and they're like, this is the first Worlds in years. So I think they had Worlds stuff that was already ready to go. Ready for that Worlds of 2020 that never happened. So I think these are probably like that last bit of leftovers, which is pretty cool that they're giving everybody all of this stuff, every attendee all of this stuff, which is cool. I mean, it's a big deal to be able to go and play on Worlds. I was really hoping to be able to do it, but it did not work out this year. But then there's some a little extra stuff if you do well enough. So the top 40 are going to receive a special Worlds deck, a damage deck, which is always very, very cool. And then whoever goes into the top 20 will get the foiled Moff Jerjerrod and Admiral Akbar, and so that's cool. And then the top 4 are going to get one of these trays that have the range rulers and all of that. So that's a really nice piece for your top 4. Not sure if there's a special trophy for first place. Usually there's some kind of trophy, but it's probably not as swaggy as this prize support is. But this is pretty cool looking stuff. I'm digging what they've got going on here. If you are going to Worlds, I want to hear about it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what if you feel like sharing your list. Like talk about what you're thinking. Do you think the meta is going to change at Worlds this year? Do you expect to see a lot of Starhawk 134 lists? Do you expect to see a lot of MSU? What do we think of the Clone Wars factions? Do you think you're going to see any clones or separatists? That's also a thing about like all this prize support. It's all Rebel and Empire. We really haven't seen a whole lot of promos for the Clone Wars yet. And I think a big part of that is this stuff was probably made before the Clone Wars came out. I don't know if FFG got around to making any Clone Wars promos before the big move took place. And so we'll have to see if we eventually get any more Clone Wars promo stuff, because that would be really cool. I think a lot of collectors, completionists would like some Clone Wars stuff. They've been doing so many cool things between the regular glossy cards, the double-sided cards, the spot gloss cards, and now these foil cards. I've never even seen one of these foil cards up in person. I've seen some that have a little bit of that type of stuff on them, so I'm just curious what they're going to look like. I can't wait to see them one of these days. They look really cool. Let me know what you guys think, though. Ultimately, it's not really big Armada news. It's nice that they made a tweet specifically for Armada. I'm not trying to read between the lines on any of this stuff. I'm taking it at face value. Thank you for the tweet. Thanks for the acknowledgement, for making sure that the people are aware of what's, that Armada's having its World Tournament. There's got some really cool prize support lined up for it. And it does look like it was, some stuff that FFG had put together for the Worlds that never happened. And thanks for distributing it and making sure that this Worlds happens. Hopefully it's not the last. So hopefully we get some Armada news. This would be a great year for like a Rapid Reinforcements 2 or some additional quality of life news for Armada. Of course, as any of that does come out, of course, I'll bring it to you. So if you want to learn more about these types of games, you're definitely in the right place. You can also jump in our Discord below and check the links out in the video description. And well, that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today and talking about Star Wars Armada, my favorite game of all time. And of course, I'm always happy to keep the discussion going. I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you so much. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this channel possible. Thank you for your continued support. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. So say we all. You can't take the sky from me, and it's a trap.